All right, this is a review of the Ausdom full HD card DVR dash camera. This was provided to me by the guys at Ausdom in exchange for an honest review. And to be honest, in my honest review, I actually really like this product. I went ahead and mounted it in my car. You'll see a clip of that later. But it works surprisingly well. The quality is excellent and it has some really great features. I'll jump into those features here right away. But first of all, it has a built-in battery, which allows the camera to run on its own. And I say that because the camera you don't want to run on its own. Obviously, you want to plug it in so it has full continuous power. But the battery inside allows it to act as a parking meter. And so when the car is off and the battery's not charging, the camera will actually run in an automated mode if it senses a G-force on it, just like that, right? So the camera then turns on and starts recording what's going on around it. So if somebody were to back up into you or if somebody were to break into the car, the camera would sense that movement and actually start turning on just like it is right now and then begin recording. It does record to a built-in micro SD card right here. This is included with the purchase of your camera. This is actually a 16 gigabyte micro SD card. I'm just going to turn this off now so we don't have to worry about it. Pull that out there. Mine's made by Toshiba. But that recording is done on that, so you can pull it out and plug that in your computer to download the videos. It does have a factory reset button on this side, HDMI out actually if you want to plug it into a different monitor, as well as a charging port and USB port right there on the side. Ausdom does include a suction cup mount for the camera, which is great. What it does is it pops on right here, just slides on to the top, and then this will then suction onto your windshield near your dashboard. It allows full 360 degree operating range. You can actually move the camera left to right and up and down, and then the suction works really well and is really easy to take off the camera as well. They do give you both a USB charge and data cable here, which works great. They give you a 5-volt car adapter, which I have in the car, as well as an extra long cable to plug into the camera when it's inside your car, and you'll see that there in a second. The other nice thing about this is it has a really, really easy to navigate, really simple menu system. If you go into the menu right here, actually, you can see that you can adjust things like how often the video recycles itself. We can go down, look at parking mode, change the image quality of the actual video. I'm going to move this over so we can see that a little bit better. The G sensor setting, you can have driver IDs, you can put a date and time stamp on there, language and time setup, obviously, whether or not it beeps, how long the display stays on for. Really good laid out menu and really good features for the menu as well. The other really cool feature I like about it is it has an extra wide angle lens. I think they call it 130 degrees. You can kind of see here how wide that really is. Like if we put that up here, you can see the box out of the view. Like here's my hand, right? And so it goes way off to the side here too. So really great. And we'll show you some footage of the actual camera from the inside the car too, so you can get an idea of what it looks like. But all in all, it's an excellent quality camera. It does include a microphone, so you can actually hear what's going on around you as well. Final feature to talk about is it does have this emergency mode button. So what happens is if something happens in a video that you want to save, you just go ahead and press that, and now that file is locked. And so because it's a locked file, it's not going to get erased when the camera decides to recycle these clips and start overwriting the old ones. And we can easily just stop that recording right there. But the build quality is fantastic. The price is great, right at about $89. And the quality of the video is really good too. And we'll jump into that here in a second. All right, you'll see I've got my camera mounted inside my car here. It's mounted on the front-facing windshield. You get a look at kind of what it looks like from the driver's perspective right here. It's really unobtrusive and out of the way, especially when you tuck it kind of behind the rearview mirror there. One thing to note is that the suction cup doesn't actually work on these little black dots. So if you have a lot of those, the suction cup is actually not going to work on that. You have to stick it on a regular piece of glass. Just like there. What happens is the dimples end up interfering with the suction, and so it doesn't actually end up sticking for long. But Ausdom gives you a nice super long USB cable, and so what I did was I actually routed it up into the headliner down and around to the pillar, actually behind the trim, then all the way down, and then behind the trim here, and there's my USB plug down here at the bottom. And so very, very much out of the way. Nice long cable so that it's super clean installation. You don't have to run, you know, any wire splicing or do any kind of fancy removal of plastic. I just tuck the wire basically nice and clean up there behind that felt headliner. Makes it really, really nice, really, really out of the way. Looks great. You can see here if I turn the car on, the camera will automatically power on, which is great. And it immediately starts recording, which is also great. And so it's completely hands-off. So basically when you start the car, the camera enables its record feature. You can see it recording right there on the top, and it's hands-off. And so what I'll do now is I'll turn the car off. Okay, car is now off. You'll see the camera will say shutting down in 14 seconds. Automatically powers down, stops recording when it shuts itself off. Great feature to have. Keep in mind though that you do have to have a DC plug that turns itself off when the car turns off. Otherwise this feature's, you know, not going to work. If your DC plug ends up, you know, working full time off of the battery, you're going to drain your battery and it's not going to work as intended. And so great automatic on and off feature there with this camera. Probably one of the nicest parts about it.